Okay, so this video is going to be a little bit different than normal. This is on a tablet on my son's account, and we're going to show you his deck that actually did pretty good against some of the cards that were meta. This was recorded, these replays were recorded when the Future Horizon main box came out, so it's kind of old. I've been waiting to do this until I had a lot less videos stockpiled up in my backlog of what I wanted to do, like the Invoked Heroes and the other cards that just came out, the deck profiles. So here we go. This is using DSOD Kaiba. It's a little bit different than what you're going to see in some of the card replays, because some of these cards we didn't have yet, and we had a little bit more copies of the worst cards. So here we got Deep Sea Diva, a good tuner for this deck. We got 2 Nightmare Penguins, which has a pretty good flip effect and buff effect. So that's pretty awesome. We got a Hyper Synchron, just another tuner. We needed a level 4 to work with this deck to make it work better. We got 2 Flip Flop Frogs, which are fun. You know, throw the card back into their hand. Same with Nightmare Penguin. 2 Ronin Totems. And 1 Puny Penguin. I believe we have 2 or 3 in some of the replays. A Great Emperor Penguin, a nice way to get 2 penguins from your deck, not penguins from your deck. White Stingray, this is not normally in the deck, it's just in here for this deck. I'd remove it and put a different card. We got Ice Barrier, Geomancer, it is another tuner for the deck, level 3 tuner. 2 Note Penguins. Note Penguins is a fun, just basic 1600 attack penguin. We got 2 Trade Toads, I believe we had 3, and 1 instead of the White Stingray. We got Night Beam, Anti-Magic Arrows, 1 Dimensional Person, and a Drowning Mirror Force. Then on the extra deck we got Gungnir, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Let's see, what is he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, level 7. Then we got Scrap Arc Fiend, just a basic synchro monster. Then we got White Aura Dolphin, the main synchro. I don't think we had this unlocked in the replays, but he is definitely the reason this deck was built. What is he, level 6 tuner? It's very easy to get out. It's a very fun card, very strong card. And then we got Dragon of Rebirth. And that is it. In the replays, the main thing is just swarming the field and flipping the cards face up to attack into them directly with anti-magic arrows. And then for real though, it would be about getting White Aura Dolphin on the field and just using it. Also, I just made a real life box opening video for the first time, and I'm trying to get into the real life Yu-Gi-Oh scene. So if you want to check that out, that'd be awesome. I'm gonna put it in the card and in the end screen and probably the description, because nobody's watching it. Thank you. Enjoy the replays.
It's time to do.
So this video is going to be a little bit different. This is recorded on a tablet, which is a bit harder to, well, tablet. It's a little bit harder to edit how this works, so that's why there is no face on the deck profile. I know you guys miss my face so much, yeah, because it's just this large column on the side. I'm sure everybody just loves looking at it all the time. So the first profile, or the first replay is going to be Kaiba versus Kaiba. And this, I believe, to be honest, it is in the lower of the ranks, so it's not too impressive. But you'd be very surprised to see what kind of decks you find in these lower ranks. So first out, he summons a Red-Eyed Wyvern and sets 2 cards and uses a Dragon Treasure. I'm turning off the voice lines, because those are really annoying. So give me a sec. I apologize, nothing important's happening, I promise you. He attacks into my Nightmare Penguin that I had set. I flip it up, destroy Dragon Treasure, and Wyvern's in his hand, Nightmare Penguin's on the, graveyard. I used anti-magic arrows to attack into him directly with no penguin. I know that was kind of a waste of the arrows, but I just wanted to see what would happen, and he surrenders, or connection failed, whatever you want to call it. Winning to rank up again, as always. So he starts the game by activating Dark Magical Circle. By the way, this is the day that card came out, this replay was. He summons Chocolate Magician, and this is in Rookie, so it's not even in Bronze. Chocolate Magician Girl attacks into Ronin Totem, can't destroy it. does 400 damage to herself. I summon Note Penguin, attack into Chocolate. I get Mirror Force, Note Penguin's destroyed. Because Chocolate had no magic girls in the graveyard, I could have destroyed ourselves. He does not pay the activation cost for Mirror Force or the continuous cost. Such a card. It's Blast with Chain. Uses it on Chocolate Magician Girl, attacks and destroys Ronin Totem. And I have another card sit down. It is Nightmare Penguin. I flip it up and I activate Note Penguin in the graveyard. Note Penguin can come to the field. Nightmare Penguin returns Chocolate to the hand, but Blast with the Chain, I believe, just banishes her. I synchro summon for Gungnir. Use Hypersynchron's effect in the graveyard because I synchroed for a dragon. And then destroy the back row and attack for 3,500 and attack for 1,100. Now with Hyper's effect, Hypersynchron, Gungnir would have been destroyed if I lost that turn. Just so you know. That was a gamble, hoping I could do it all. And going on from a meta victory, we got now using DSOD Kaiba. We'll switch it up a little bit. And we're going against Yusei Fudo. He will rank up, he'll rank up if he wins. And now I added an obelisk to the deck, which isn't a good card to put in, but it's my son's deck, and he wanted an obelisk in it, so obelisk is in it. I'm not gonna argue with him about it. It says profile. I'm just doing the replays for him. I did play, but he was like beside me, telling me what to do. And I would be like, oh, yeah, no, that's not a good idea. This is not a good idea. But he really wanted an obelisk in it. So anyways, he's got Blackwings out. I believe this is still in Rookie, so he's using Blackwings. I flip over Nightmare Penguin. Or actually, he flips me over and I return that card to the extra deck. I'll get to summon cards. Synchro summon for the almighty Gungnir. Gungnir comes out. Discards Obelisk to destroy a back row and attack into him directly because I don't care for summoning Obelisk. And that's it. He surrenders. So we've gone against Blackwings, which obviously wasn't full force Blackwings, and a Dark Magical Circle, and won with these frogs and penguins. So not a laughing matter, this deck. Going against another Yusei Fudo, and we get to go second. Win and we rank up. So I believe, hear me out, I believe we're in bronze now. So you know, getting to the big leagues, right? He summons a Golem Sentry, flips it face down. I thought it was for Subterrors, but nothing happened, so I set my own card and pass. He sets a second card. So I set my second card. This is a real, heated game right now. He summons a monster, synchro summons for, I don't know Gravity Warrior. I don't even know who Gravity Warrior is. Oh, I guess it's a Yusei Fudo card. He uses his effect, uses a tie that binds, and attacks into Nightmare Penguin. So, joke's on you, buddy. He returns to the extra deck. Thanks to Nightmare Penguin's effect. I pull an Obelisk, summon Great Emperor Penguin. I believe I misplay. Do I get two? So I accidentally only click one with Emperor Penguins. You can get two penguins from your deck. I only use one. He Golem Sentry flips me up, so, joke's on me, I guess. We're both doing the same flip effect. He summons Scrap Archfiend. Gets on the field. Tie that binds. Attacks me directly for 2,800. So I'm starting to, feel the heat. So I set my Nightmare Penguin. We're going to just flip effect all day on each other here. He summons a monster, attacks into Nightmare Penguin. Can't be destroyed. So I flip his Scrap Archfiend back into his extra deck. So we're just playing the same game. Back and forth. I summon Deep Sea Diva. I get to synchro summon for... Oh, watching the whole summoning animation this time. White Aura Dolphin. So I do get to use him in my replays. Awesome. White Aura Dolphin halves his attack into it 1650. White Aura Dolphin can come back from the grave if it is destroyed, so I'm not too worried about that. Summons a monster, can attack into me. I summon a set of monster, half his attack into him, 1450. He is down to 600 life points, so half of what I have, which is awesome. Turn that around real quick. He summons a tuner, uses a tie that binds to attack into a face down, can't even destroy that. Down to 300. Uses his effects. Not sure what this effect does, to be honest. I set flip flop, have his attack into him with White Aura Dolphin, and that is it. Turned around real quick. The whole flip game. I believe he was supposed to have a Sub-Terror deck, but I have no idea what that mess was. But we're in a really low ranking, so I'm not expecting top top tier decks. And last but not least, we got a rank up match for both of us for another Kaiba. DSOD Kaiba versus the imposter fake AI Kaiba. I get to set. I believe that was my penguin. I wasn't really paying attention. No, it doesn't T-set. What is that, an L? The L set. It's not a thing. And then my penguin flip his face down card. Still don't know what it is. I would want summon Emperor Penguin. Not flip. I actually use his effect for 2 cards this time. Perfect. It actually worked. Attack into a treacherous trap hole with no penguin. Both get destroyed. So that really sucked. I just went through 4 cards in like 1 turn there. He sets another monster, probably the same one. I set Flip Flop Frog. I would want to expect that this is a Blue Eyes deck, because he's Kaiba, but it's also because it's a low ranking. So this is actually a Subterra deck, not like the fake half-built Subterra last time. So I Flip Flop Frog, his new set card, and I summon Hyper Synchron, so I can fusion summon. I want to Synchro summon White Aura Dolphin. White Aura Dolphin attacks into a Darklord. So that's weird, that's not a Subterra card. So he doesn't do anything. I set Ronin Totem, attack into his Interceptor Cannons, and end my turn. He uses a so it's not Subterra, it's a Darklord. And he uses Deep Grave on Ixchel after discarding it to draw. Instead of card, I attack into a Drowning Meerforce, so that really sucks. There goes White Aura Dolphin. I can't return that from the graveyard if he's in my synchro or in my extra deck again. He gets Ixchel on the field because of the Deep Grave and such a card. I set another card. Oh, am I going for Obelisk? Whew. Yep. So I actually summon Obelisk, and I get to use Ronin Totem's effect in the graveyard to come back on the field. Attack into Ixchel, and that's it. They thought I couldn't beat over an Ixchel? Well, I'll beat over an Ixchel. So he's using a Subterra Darklord deck. I don't understand this deck at all, but obviously he's not going anywhere with it. I set a Tuner, use its effect to destroy both face down cards, and I cannot attack when I use that effect, so I have to end my turn. He uses Nastin in the hand. Is that another Nastin? I don't remember. I set a card, attack into his Darklord. He's wide open. Got a back row, maybe it's drowning. Who knows? Could be another treacherous. So I use anti-magic arrows to prevent that back row, and boom, 4k lethal damage wide open. How do you like them apples? So that is the video. It is my mix-up. Well, it's not even mine. It is my son's mix-up of not Darklords, of penguins and frogs and a little bit of Obelisk. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Leave a like or whatever you want to do, comment. Let me know if you enjoyed this really off-meta deck. I'm not a big fan of recording on a tablet. Kind of sucks, but you know, I gotta do what I gotta do. Please check out these videos that are gonna be on the screen in 2 seconds. Peace out.
Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm lonely.